Once upon a time, in a remote village surrounded by vast deserts, there lived a young traveler. One day, he stumbled upon an elderly hermit sitting under a lone tree. Intrigued by the hermit's calm demeanor in such an unforgiving environment, the traveler asked, "What are you doing out here all alone?" The hermit smiled and gestured to the horizon. "I am playing a game," he said. The traveler laughed. "A game? Out here? There's no one to play with, and nothing to win." The hermit chuckled and said, "That's because you only see the finite games of life, the games with winners and losers, beginnings and ends. But I am playing the infinite game. My opponent is not someone else, it's the limits of my own understanding. The prize is not a trophy, but the ability to keep growing. Would you like to learn how to play?" The traveler nodded, and for the next few days, the hermit shared his wisdom about the infinite game, a concept that would change the traveler's perspective on life forever. This story captures a profound truth that resonates across centuries. In our lives, we are often told to compete, to measure success by how many victories we achieve or how many milestones we cross. But what if life itself isn't about winning or losing? What if it's about something deeper, more enduring? The idea of the infinite game, popularized by Simon Sinek, isn't just a modern theory, it's a concept rooted in the philosophies and practices of great thinkers throughout history. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Socrates and Plato argued that life's ultimate purpose was not about accumulating wealth, power, or fame, but about the relentless pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." He wasn't talking about achieving a specific goal, but about the continuous journey of self-reflection and growth. That's the essence of the infinite game, a game with no finish line, where the goal is not to win but to keep playing, to keep evolving. When we think about the finite games in life, they are everywhere: getting a promotion, winning an argument, achieving a specific milestone. These are tangible, measurable, and often temporary victories. But what happens when the promotion no longer feels satisfying? When the argument you won leaves you feeling isolated? Finite games can provide moments of triumph, but they rarely lead to lasting fulfillment. Now contrast that with the infinite game, a mindset where the purpose is not to defeat others but to continuously improve and contribute. This idea is not limited to philosophy, it's deeply psychological. In the field of psychology, Carl Jung introduced the concept of individuation, a lifelong process of personal development and self-discovery. Jung believed that true success is found not in external validation but in becoming more authentic, more whole. This process doesn't have a clear endpoint. It's infinite by nature because there's always more to learn, more to explore, and more to integrate into our understanding of ourselves. Consider how this applies to relationships. In a finite mindset, relationships are often transactional. What can I gain from this person? But in an infinite mindset, relationships are about mutual growth and support. They are not about winning someone's approval or affection but about building something enduring, something that evolves over time. History provides countless examples of individuals who played the infinite game. Take Martin Luther King Jr., for instance. His goal wasn't just to pass legislation, it was to inspire a vision of equality that would outlast him. He knew that the fight for civil rights wasn't a battle with an endpoint. It was an infinite game that required constant effort and renewal. Gandhi played a similar game. He once said, "You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no result." His focus wasn't on immediate victories but on creating a movement that would ripple through generations. In your own life, think about how often you get caught up in finite games. Maybe it's chasing a promotion, winning an argument, or proving someone wrong. These moments may feel rewarding in the short term, but they rarely provide lasting fulfillment. The infinite game challenges us to shift our perspective. Instead of asking, "What can I win?" we ask, "How can I grow?" Instead of asking, "How do I compare to others?" we ask, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" This mindset is liberating because it removes the pressure to achieve constant external validation. It allows you to focus on your own journey, your own values, and your own growth. And here's the beautiful part. When you adopt an infinite mindset, you inspire others to do the same. You become a leader, not because you're trying to win, but because you're showing others that there's a different way to play. So how do we start playing the infinite game? First, stop comparing yourself to others. Success isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. Second, embrace adaptability. Life will throw challenges your way, and the rules will often change. Instead of resisting, learn to flow with those changes, to grow through them. Finally, focus on your purpose. What drives you? What legacy do you want to leave? When your actions align with your values, you're playing the infinite game. Let's return to the story of the hermit. As the traveler prepared to leave, he asked one final question. What happens if I lose my way in the infinite game? The hermit smiled and said, You can't lose your way because the path is always beneath your feet. The game isn't about reaching a destination, it's about continuing the journey, no matter where it takes you. And that's the message I leave you with today. Life is not a race to be won, but a journey to be embraced. The infinite game is about playing with purpose, with passion, and with an unwavering commitment to growth. So ask yourself, are you playing to win, or are you playing to grow? The choice is yours. Play the infinite game, and you'll discover that success isn't about what you achieve, it's about who you become and the legacy you leave behind.